Hey Jettie Rockers, welcome to Jettie Rocks Fishing, and I'm Mike D. As you know, we just had a red snapper season here on the east coast of Florida. We got 5 days, and I had JC from Rad Reeling Fishing come over and join me for 3 of those 5 days, and we had an absolute blast. We had an excellent red snapper season this year, y'all. Last year, I think we only got 2, maybe 3 fish for the whole 5 days. This year, we limited out pretty much every day. It was an absolutely epic season this year. So we're going to look back at some of our hot moments this year. We're going to set some of the clips to music, talk a little bit about how everything went. I'll see you guys in a little Okay, Jettie Rockers, well, this first little clip here, just a short little clip, was of day 1, and JC and I headed out first thing in the morning, right at daylight. We were going to head out 15 miles. That's where I wanted to go. But Bobo the weather clown had different plans for us. We got out there, it was really rough. It was too rough for us to even get out to Site 5, which is only 5 miles offshore. So we turned around, came into my shark spot, and we saw a shrimp boat, behind the shrimp boat for a little bit. We caught some sharks, and we had just a really fun time out there catching sharks and just hanging out with each other, just having a good time. The seas laid down just a little bit, so I decided, you know what, we've caught some live croakers while we were sitting there at the shark spot. Let's zip out there to 9 Mile, where I usually do most of my fishing, and see what happens. Well, we get out there, me, as always, I'm getting sharked up, and JC hooks into the monster red snapper of the trip. Actually, the biggest one of the 3 days that him and I fished together. So check this guy out, guys. You done? Oh, Atlantic sharp nose. There he is. Oh, get him, buddy. Golly. That's him. That's him.
Well, that's just freaking bear hugging.
Alright guys, hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Now we're going to go on to day 2. On day 2, started out a lot better. There was no wind. It was really nice out there. So Summer and I went and picked up JC at Port Orange, and we headed offshore. This time we decided we're going to start off the same place JC caught the big one the day before, and then if it gets a little nicer, we'll head a little further out. So we go to the spot. Had a hard time anchoring up for whatever reason. I couldn't get quite right on the spot. You know, ended up catching some sharks, and Summer caught a really cool remora, her first remora, and she had a ball with that. It was just awesome watching her catch it. And then after a little bit, we decided, you know what, let's go ahead and make an 8-mile run. Let's go offshore. So that's what we did. We're a total of 15 miles out. We got a nice little structure. There was another boat there when we got there, so we just anchored up next to them. We didn't get in their little fishing zone. We kind of stayed off to the side, and we started catching fish. I mean, from the second we got there, I dropped a livey to the bottom, and wham, I got a nice fish. We saw some fish coming up in the water column after we were throwing some bait in the water, some chunks of grunts and chunks of herring, and JC hooked into a real nice one on the free line, and we ended up getting our 3 fish that day, and it was awesome. So check this out, guys.
Oh my lord.
Is it Barry?
Oh my lord.
There you go. Flip him in. Come on, flip him in, girl. Flip him in. Oh, funny.
JC, what's up? There we go. Woo! Yeah. We did it, man. We freaking did it.
All right, guys. Now we're on to day 3, the final day that we got to fish with JC and Amber, myself, and Summer. We went to Port Orange first thing in the morning. We picked up JC, and then we headed offshore. We had some liveys from the day before. We stopped off after we were done catching the red snapper on the way in. We caught some nice little pinfish, and it was just an awesome morning. So we headed offshore, slick calm. I mean, it was like a bathtub out there. It was slick calm. The only problem with slick calm like that, it means there's no wind and it is hot, extremely hot. We get out there, the fish aren't quite biting as good as we were hoped. They're kind of shut off a little bit on the bottom. We fished out there for like 4.5 hours. We did manage to get our 4-keeper fish. You know, I got one, Amber got one, Summer got one, and JC ended up catching 2 at the end. We kept one, and it was just an awesome trip. I mean, it was excellent. Check this out, y'all. Yeah. Real. Get it real. Nice snapper, guys. Good one. Big camera, baby. High five.
Here we go, oh buddy.
Oh, crap.
Good fish, man. Quiet.
Real, girl, real. It's a big snap. Summer's red snapper, y'all. High five, kid. There you go, buddy. Get him up.
Number 3 keeper, you guys. We did it. We freaking did it.
All right, guys. Well, that concludes the first 3 days of the red snapper season and the 3 days that I was fishing with JC from Rad Reeling Fishing. I want you guys real quick to go over and check out his channel. There will be a link right up here, a little card. So you hit that little card and it'll take you right to his channel. I want you guys to check out his version of the 3 trips. He also had 2 other videos that he put out. One of catching some pinfish the day that we went out there and caught pinfish for the day before, and also a cool little rescue that we did on day 3. We actually saved some paddle boarders. It was a cool experience, and he recorded the whole thing, and it came out really nice. It was a really good video. So please go over and check that stuff out with JC. And now on to day 4, and it was awesome. I mean, get out there. We got kind of a late start. We left about 9:30. And we get out to the grounds, and it was just awesome. I mean, I hooked the first fish, and it was just a monster, just a stud. And I ended up catching another really giant fish. Everybody on the boat was doing really good, catching real nice fish. Ryan Wallows, he caught other 2 really big fish. Actually caught 3 really big fish. And everybody just had a really good time on this trip. It was awesome. We had a blast, and we filled the boat, y'all. I mean, check this out.
Oh, hell yeah! Ah! Damn!
Right on.
Get in there, Mike.
Good job, guys. Fish coming your way. That's a stud.
Holy shit! Yeah! Damn, Mike!
I think I take the gold for it. Get it. Give me some. He's going that way. You got it.
Hey, you want to take
No, hell no. How did I just get screwed? All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy those little clips. Just a few clips set to some really cool rockin' music. You know, you guys know I love my heavy metal music and my hard rock. So I set the clips to that, and just do a little recap of how everything went. And I just got to tell you guys, I absolutely enjoy fishing with JC from Rad Reeling. And JC, if you're watching this video, man, I enjoy every time you come over here, brother. I have a blast with you. I mean, we just have a good time. Like, we've been friends forever. And when we get together, it's like we never missed out on any time fishing with each other. It's just absolutely awesome. It's a great experience fishing with you, my friend. And for all you guys out there watching the videos, please go over and check out his channel. You know, become a rad reeler just like you are a jetty rocker, and you know, it's just a great thing. I mean, you guys got to go check him out. The 2 channels, just absolutely awesome. And Bill, thank you so much, brother, for inviting me on that trip. That trip was incredible. It was awesome. I got a lot of good memories, man, to take away from that. And it was just, I mean, it couldn't have got better. It really couldn't. It was an excellent night, man. So guys, I want to thank you all very much for watching this video and for hanging around and watching all the videos for the Red Snapper season 2019. Until I get to see you guys again soon here on the water, tight lines, Jettie Rockers, and don't forget to subscribe. Hey Jettie Rockers, thank you very much for watching this video. I'd like to invite you all to go follow me on my Facebook page at Jettie Rocks Fishing, and also my Instagram page. I also have a JRF apparel page, which will send you a link to my Teespring page where I have some cool shirts and some mugs. I appreciate you guys very much. Well, check out the description in the bottom of this video. I'll have the links. Tight lines, Jettie Rockers.